Knowledge in school is one of the key things that you as a student should always focus on, because many people have lost the key purpose why they go to school. And schools have always been made like a place or a machine where students are made into robots. They reason and think like robots, where they sit for exams. Then once they leave, then they will go and search for jobs. Even when you ask a student about what they learn in school, they cannot even be able to remember, because they went there for main purpose is to study, sit for the exam and pass and get out of that particular place. I want to challenge you that your mind should not be made into a robot, because your mind is a very precious organ that God gave you to be able to use it and succeed in this particular life. Your mind is a place where you can imagine things. You can imagine things and you can bring them into being. Your mind is like a camera, it's like a telescope, it's a picture. It can foresee your future. It has a foresight. It can think even the things to come, like 10 years to come, or think about even 20 or 50 years to come, or 100 years to come. So you should not make your mind into a robot. And that's why there is a book by the name Friedrich Hegel, who wrote a book about the mind of an African man. Friedrich Hegel, and I can quote some of his particular saying. He says that the mind of an African man is a tabula rasa. He says that the mind of an African man is like a robot. It does not have anything. It is like a plate that does not have any food. And I don't want to think in that manner the way Friedrich Hegel says. He says that an African man lives as the day comes. An African man cannot be able to think even about complex things. And that is why, because you find that most white people, they have invented so many things. They went to the moon, they went to Mars, they have gone to space, they have made the aeroplanes, they have made machines that we are using around us, they have made phones. But an African man cannot even boast about anything that they have made. They are just always jostling around, stealing money, corruption here and there, and enlarging their bellies. That is what an African man is. They will always live as the day comes. When you put them into an office, an African man can never think about 100 years to come. They think about themselves. They will never think about the generations to come. And that's why you can see even the Chinese have taken over the entire Africa. The Chinese began to take over Africa many years ago, almost 100 years ago. And that's why today it has become successful. They have taken over Africa. But what the African man is thinking about is how they will begin to steal from each other, how they will get into that office as an MCA, as an MP, as a senator, and as a president of the Republic of this country, and how they will loot funds from the central bank, so that it does not have anything to help a child there, down there in Transoya, a child in Turkana, a child in West Pokot, a child in Lodwa, a child in Mandera. They are still suffering. They don't even have classes because of the kind of the leadership that we have in the country. So we must be able to think beyond our noses. And that is how we can be able to succeed as Africans, as human beings, and as Kenyans. I want to say that God has given us the mind. Let us use this mind in a proper way that can make us become successful. Let us think beyond our box. And that's how we can be able to succeed. Thank you so much, and may God bless you.